things. And regarding fear in particular, she's struggled with a lot of fear. And I have assisted her with, guidance on that.
Yeah.
And she wrote me an email this morning, and I was sharing this on Facebook, how she wrote to me with concern that I needed to be more modest. She was kind of commenting on the fact that she had heard women at the gym where I teach commenting about my breast size. And I was just like, whoa, really? And I'm not surprised about it, because throughout my life, I've had people judge me based on just external, the way they see me. And often, I used to take it really personal. I used to cry and be like, oh, what do I have to do to get them to like me? And that was exhausting. I spent a lot of my 20s to, 20s to almost 30s living like that. And I don't anymore. And when I was listening to what she was sharing, I wrote her back and I said, I really honor you. And she was just showing concern, saying, if you want to be a healer that's taken seriously, if you want to succeed, like I feel you do. And she said she sensed I wanted to be like the next Doreen Virtue or Louise Hay, and I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
It was interesting to observe her perspective. But what I saw was, this is a human that has a lot of judgment inside of herself.
Yes.
She is a human that's comparing me to others and thinking that I need to be like them because these are people that she sees as spiritual. And when I was reading it, I was just like, there's no part of me that feels this is an alignment. I have never, and she told me that her angels told her that I needed to dress more modestly or I wasn't going to have a successful career. And I just say this because we have to so be careful and really tune in to what feels aligned and what feels off. And as I was reading this, it really felt off to me because, first of all, I don't feel judgmental. Comments like that are coming from angels. I am so tuned in. I can feel and discern energy very quickly. I do feel those comments and judgments were coming from within her, and they were connected to what she sees of her own body, how she sees herself as a woman, what she sees as beautiful, or as she said, she was concerned people would think I'm sleazy. And I was just like, wow, like that is just so far away from what I think about myself. But the reason I say this is because so many of us need to heal stuff inside of ourselves. We need to heal the woundedness of our own body image. There is nothing wrong with being a beautiful woman or a beautiful man. There's nothing wrong with having a curvy body. But there is something out of alignment of us feeling judgment towards each other because we think that someone should look a certain way, or we see these certain images and we think that for them to be success, they need to be like a clone of that image. And my response was just that I love myself, I love my body, I love my angels. I do not feel they would ever say such things, and that I am here to be the first Tanya Love. I am not here to be a clone of Doreen Virtue or a clone of Oprah Winfrey or a clone of Louise Hay. I adore those women. I look up to them highly. I think they're amazing and powerful women. However, they're them and I am me. And so there's no part of me that feels like I need to wear a turtleneck to be taken seriously and to be heard. I feel like our beauty is something that is internal, and we also can celebrate that externally. But as women really, I just feel it is time for us to love each other, and that's going to start with loving ourselves. It's time for us to be there for each other, to be each other's best friend, and to stop competing with each other, to stop feeling inadequate and insecure because we don't look like others around us, and to really just be in our own power and really love ourselves fully. And because I do love myself and I don't feel those things, what once would have triggered woundedness and would have caused me to cry or, oh gosh, I got to worry about what I'm wearing and, make sure I change that so that I could be successful. I don't give a crap. I honestly got to say, I feel that if spirit is if it is my destiny to be known across this planet as a healer, then it will happen. And it's going to happen because of my heart. It's going to happen because of my connection and because of my passion and my love. It is going to have nothing to do with my breasts. So I just felt like I really needed to say that. However, it's going to be partly because I'm who I am, and who I am is perfect, and the form that I have chosen is perfect. And I used to really struggle and think that I should dim my light, I should, cover up or whatever I needed to do so that I didn't threaten others around me or cause them insecurity. But I feel that is out of alignment. I don't feel that that's what I need to do. I feel what's more important is that we as women need to heal our woundedness. We need to heal the inner dialogue that we have about ourselves, and we need to love ourselves fully. And then we really will have the opportunity to connect deeper with those around us, the women, the men, the children. We're not going to really be able to offer as much support and beauty to others if we're not feeling beautiful and loved inside. And so the reason I say that is I just feel like that comes back to this whole self-love shift we're in, and that we're here to be who we are. We are here to fully be ourselves. Yeah. So each of you watching, each of you, the only thing that you need to really focus on is being true to yourself. Be true to yourself, stay in your alignment and shine, and share your gifts authentically. That's really our highest alignment. That's our calling. And we have for so long been pressured to play games and to perform and to put on outfits and act certain ways around certain people. I just refuse. I'm not here to dress for anybody else. I dress in the way that feels comfortable to me, and I dress in clothing I think is beautiful and that makes me feel beautiful. And I feel like I have classy style, and it's just, I have my own angelic fairiness about me. And I just feel that we each have to honor our own way of expressing, because really, that's our right. The way we express, the way we speak, the way we dress, the music we play, the kind of paintings we like to paint. It's all a part of us. It's part of our soul, and it's our soul's signature. And so if we can live more authentically, and we can trust that we are loved and that we're worthy, we're good enough, and we can really trust that the entire universe wants good for us and it's here to support us, to support our growth, then we can really make a difference. And I feel as we align with these things, we are going to enjoy our life much more. We're going to feel more powerful, more confident, more connected. And that is a big part of the art of surrender. We need to stop with the PowerPoint presentations and the scripted ways of connecting, and I've got to go to the network meeting, so I got to dress in a certain way so that they'll accept me. What if we just stopped doing that? Like, what if we really just stopped worrying about everybody else and we started to be true to ourselves? And I know that the people that connect with me, those of you watching, I have felt the honor from you, and that you like me and love me for me. And that is such a beautiful thing to understand, and such a gift to know that the people that you're drawing in truly are coming in because they love you. If you don't stop performing and playing and putting on, costumes to get people's attention that don't even really like you for who you are, how do you expect to have more authentic experience? So it's just something to contemplate. If we want the higher loving situation, if we want the kind of people that love and honor and appreciate us for who we are, then we really need to be true to who we are. We really need to be authentic. And I love the person who wrote me this email. I honor her and I love her, and I feel that she is exactly where she needs to be in her own evolution as she's growing and processing. And so I don't have any negative feelings towards her or any judgment. I just feel it's important that I shared how I understood to handle it and what I feel we need to do for ourselves so that we can rise above judgment, so that we don't take things personally and then just get angry and attack each other, but we really can have the opportunity to grow, and we can have the opportunity to express greater truth. To me, that's what it's all about. There's always some things going on in my day. How does that affect me? How did I process that? What did I do to get through that? What wisdom, what gifts and awareness came to me from it? And now how do I share that with others? So that's just my process. And I feel that it served me well, and it served many, because it's helping us to connect with each other. It's helping us to be authentic. So on that note, I would just encourage each of you to love yourselves, to really honor yourselves, to live with honor, and to be in your power. You do not have a reason to be ashamed for being beautiful. We should feel confident, and we should feel, powerful and compassionate, and we have every right to feel beautiful and sexy and amazing. There's no reason to dim our shine, to dim our light because of someone else's insecurity. That time is over, and I feel we are here to step it up, to turn up the brightness, and to not be afraid to shine, because it's really needed, and that shine is inspiring others to come out of the dark and to shine themselves. So I've learned to get comfortable with this, and there's a process of patience. I feel that has been my life's journey, is being very patient and waiting for people and humans around me to catch up, and that's okay. I love them. I respect where they are, but I can't go down. I can't go low and be on the ground in a lower energy in that vibration so that they're not threatened by me. And I think that's something that we each have to get comfortable with if we're ready to expand and soar. You have to get comfortable with those who will really not like that and may even try to judge you or cause you to feel scared or insecure about that, and just keep shining anyways. And on that note, is there any questions? That's right. Is there any questions, Amnon?
No questions. Kathy's saying, I really admire your ability to not internalize those comments. That's not an easy accomplishment.
Oh, indeed. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, that's actually been a lifelong process. So, what you see happening in this moment that seems so natural came from years and years of suffering and frustration. But there comes that moment of awareness where we really know, wait a minute, I can choose. I don't have to choose to take that personally. That's not typically, here's a really easy recipe. If there's a human projecting on you lack, fear, blame, judgment, it is about them every time. And if we understand that, we can step back and observe what they're doing and realize they are telling us so much about what's going on inside of them. It has nothing to do with us, including if they're just loving and adoring us and trying to, wow us and woo us with things. That, if we need to tune in, because yes, people adore and really love us, but sometimes people can project it in a way to control you. So they're just like, oh, you're the best, I love you, and they're really working you over and trying to schmooze you because they want to get something from you. If we can just step back and observe it, we can see what's going on inside of them, and it's about them every time. If people genuinely connect with us and they share their heartfelt feelings and their emotions and connections that are going on in them and connect it with us, that is more authentic than if they're projecting outward. So it's helped me a lot in my life's journey to realize, like, if someone goes on, like about my breasts, for example, she's teaching me a lot of her own belief system. She's telling me a lot about what she feels about being a woman, about showing your curves and if that's allowed or if it's unacceptable. She's teaching me a lot about her own upbringing and belief systems, like what she's had projected upon her. And I'm just observing and tuning in. So none of it needs to be taken personal, because I know it's not about me. It's all her thoughts, her emotions, her feelings, what she thinks. And that's great. But if I take it personal and I internalize it, and then I feel like I'm a bad person, then